one I'm kissing. One might extensions that'll look like expeditions on. Man, it's too loud in me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, yup. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is Fournette, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
11. 380. Let's go, trip. 380. 372.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Bortles now to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, 41 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, steamer.
Play fake. Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
11. 372.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 61 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a run with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rhino, Rhino! Yellow, yellow, yellow! Yellow!
2nd down, Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
300! Let's go, touch!
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. First down, here's the run with Cook. And shedding through the tackle. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They go play action. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
One. To Hunt. 180. Two.
3rd and long for Cousins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Fournette on the counter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
380.
Now Bortles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 21-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
All right, now here we go. Oh, 50, here we go. 2. Receiver.
A first down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Cousins to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
You got him. You got him. You got him. Here we go.
Cousins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Wide.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the 1st half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
This 1st half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And now running right through it. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he completes it to Westbrook. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Lucy.
On second down, here's Bortles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Here we go.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
372.
Bortles now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucy.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on Ringo.
380. 370. 380.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this will be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 57 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A give. This is Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cousins now on second down. Now, that eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Well, the offense has moved the ball pretty well on this drive, but now the defense, they're bowing their neck up a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, not only are they bowing it up, but I think they took a little bit of a gamble there because on second down, they sent people after him and got him, and that puts him in a pretty good spot now to bring up a 3rd and long.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Rhino! 180!
Now Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
You got 4. You got 4.
380!
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. A handoff to Fournette, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this crap? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Lets it fly for Thielen. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Hey, we got
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Lucy. 372.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Bortles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Green 80. Lucy.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Here we go. 372. Lucy. Check. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Not so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Rhino. Gun. To Hunt. 180. Wide. We're going. Let's go.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Bortles going to throw here. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
372.
On first down, Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Let's go. Pacer. Rhino.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
380. Move.
Bortles going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what